Welcome to Bike Insight, the channel where hype meets harsh reality. Today, we're taking a long, hard look at one of the most anticipated mid-size adventure bikes of 2025, the Honda Africa Twin 650. Honda claims it's the perfect blend of off-road capability and on-road comfort, wrapped in a lightweight, affordable package. But does the Africa Twin 650 live up to the legacy of its big brother? Or has Honda trimmed too much fat and lost the flavor? Let's break it down. A new twin in the family. The Africa Twin 650 enters the scene as the smallest sibling in Honda's adventure lineup. It's designed for riders who crave the spirit of the full-size 1100 Africa Twin but want a more manageable, affordable machine. The 650 uses a newly developed parallel twin engine based on the tried-and-tested CB500 platform, but don't let the roots fool you. With around 70 horsepower and 60 Nm of torque, the engine's been tuned for grunt, not just numbers. And with a dry weight under 200 kilograms, it's aimed directly at adventure newcomers and intermediate riders who want to go further, on less. Performance and ride quality. On paper, the Africa Twin 650 is built to deliver versatility. It shines in low and mid-range torque, making it ideal for off-road climbs, tight trails, and city commuting. The 6-speed gearbox is smooth and predictable, paired with a slipper clutch for aggressive downshifts and better control on loose terrain. Honda's signature refinement shows in the engine vibrations, or rather, the lack of them. Even at highway speeds, the ride feels stable, with enough power for overtaking without feeling overstressed. Where it surprises most is in suspension quality. The 650 features 43mm Showa USD forks and a ProLink rear shock, offering nearly 200mm of travel, a generous figure for the segment. Whether it's a pothole-laden backroad or gravel-fire trails, the suspension does an impressive job soaking up abuse without becoming too soft or too stiff. For many riders, it might be the perfect compromise between a road-biased adventure tourer and a true off-roader. Electronics and features. This is where the Africa Twin 650 starts showing its cost-saving corners. You won't find the full-color TFT screen or IMU-based rider aids from the Africa Twin 1100. Instead, it comes with a simple LCD display, a basic traction control system, and standard ABS, with rear ABS switchable for off-road use. There are no customizable ride modes, quickshifters, or cruise control options here. While purists may appreciate the stripped-down nature, tech-savvy adventurers might feel shortchanged. That said, Honda has kept some practical features. The windshield is adjustable, the seat height is manageable at around 830mm, and the tank holds a decent 18 liters, offering 350+ km of range depending on riding style. There's also full support for hard panniers, crash bars, and other adventure gear. Honda knows its audience well. Build quality and design. Honda doesn't cut corners on quality, even on mid-tier bikes. The 650 looks every bit like a smaller Africa Twin, sharp fairings, LED lighting, a rugged stance, and a proper ADV beak. The bike feels tight, with no panel rattles or loose bolts even after a few hundred kilometers of rough riding. Paint and finish quality are excellent, and the switchgear, though basic, is tactile and ergonomic. One minor gripe is the wind protection. The stock windscreen is decent for average height riders, but taller riders may experience buffeting at highway speeds. An aftermarket tall screen might be a necessary upgrade for long-distance travelers. Off-road capability. Make no mistake, this bike is not a dirt bike. But for a mid-size ADV, the Africa Twin 650 performs better than expected. With its low weight, ample torque, and long suspension travel, it handles fire roads, light trails, and gravel with confidence. Ground clearance is generous, and the standing position feels natural for off-road work. The 19-inch front wheel and dual-purpose tires, standard on most trims, strike a good balance between on-road grip and off-road traction. However, if serious off-roading is on your agenda, a swap to more aggressive rubber is recommended. The frame feels rigid but forgiving, and you're never wrestling the bike like you might on a 250 kg behemoth. Road manners and touring comfort. Where the Africa Twin 650 truly impresses is in its on-road composure. The seating is upright and relaxed, with plenty of legroom and a well-cushioned saddle. Even after hours in the saddle, the fatigue is minimal. Combine that with solid wind protection, decent fuel economy, and Honda reliability, and you've got a long-distance companion that doesn't demand sacrifices. It's also a forgiving bike in urban environments. The clutch is light, the turning radius is manageable, and lane filtering is much easier than with full-size adventure bikes. For commuters who want weekend adventure capability, it hits a sweet spot that very few bikes manage. Pricing and value for money. The 2025 Honda Africa Twin 650 is expected to launch with a base price around $9,000 to $9,500, undercutting rivals like the Yamaha Tenor 700 and KTM 790 Adventure. While it lacks the high-end electronics of those models, it offers unmatched reliability, real-world comfort, and Honda's proven engineering. For riders who value seat time over screen time, it's a compelling package. And let's not forget resale value. Honda bikes tend to hold value well, especially in the adventure segment where reliability is key. In that regard, the Africa Twin 650 isn't just a fun ride, it's a smart investment. Final verdict, should you buy it? If you're a new or intermediate rider looking for an adventure bike that balances performance, comfort, and real-world usability without overwhelming you with electronics or weight, the Honda Africa Twin 650 should be on your shortlist. It's not a hardcore off-roader, and it's